The bright light of the full moon reveals an isolated gas station at the edge of a deserted road. The silence is broken by the distant hum of a generator and the wind blowing dry leaves across the ground. The station's fluorescent lights flicker, casting eerie shadows. Inside the convenience store, there's only one attendant. His name is Harry. He's behind the counter, tired, checking his phone while the TV in the background only shows static. There's a sense of unease in the air. Harry looks at the clock on the wall. It's 11:45 p.m. Suddenly, a staggering figure emerges from the shadows, illuminated only by the erratic flickering of the station's lights. Its feet drag across the cracked asphalt, in tattered and blood-stained shoes. Harry hears a noise at the automatic glass door, which opens and closes on its own as if it's malfunctioning. He looks up, puzzled. Guttural breathing and growls can be heard coming from outside. Harry asks who's there, but there's no response. He slowly stands up, his heart racing, his hands trembling as he grabs a baseball bat hidden behind the counter. The figure moves closer to the door, revealing a decomposing face, with glassy and empty eyes. It reaches a skeletal hand towards the door, which opens with a mechanical hiss. Terrified, Harry takes a step back, hitting his head on a shelf behind him. The figure enters slowly, one foot after the other, dragging a broken leg. An unbearable, nauseating stench fills the air. Heaven help me! Harry yells in desperation. He raises the baseball bat, but his entire body is shaking with fear. The zombie advances, its eyes fixed on him. Suddenly, the power fails, plunging the store into momentary darkness. When the emergency lights come on, the zombie is just a few feet away from Harry. No. Breathless, it's the only word Harry can manage to say. The zombie continues to advance, arms outstretched. Harry swings the bat, but it slips from his sweaty hands. He falls to the ground, trying to crawl backward, but the zombie is already over him, its rotten teeth bared, ready to sink into his chest. The gas station is now silent, with the full moon illuminating the desolate scene. Only the sound of the wind and the distant echo of Harry's screams break the night's silence. Harry fights desperately against the zombie, trying to push it away. His hands find a shelf beside him, knocking products to the floor. Amidst the chaos, he grabs a bottle of alcohol and smashes it over the zombie's head. Shards of glass and liquid scatter everywhere, but the zombie only hesitates for a moment. In a final effort, Harry reaches for a lighter in his apron pocket. He lights it and throws it at the zombie, which immediately catches fire. The flames lick the monster's rotten flesh, illuminating the store with an infernal orange glow. Harry struggles to his feet, watching the flaming zombie thrash and scream. He breathes heavily, still in shock, as the flames consume the zombie's body. The store begins to fill with smoke. Staggering, Harry exits through the front door, coughing and trying to catch his breath. He gets as far away from the burning building as possible, looking back only once to see the store being engulfed by fire. He stops in the middle of the deserted road, injured and exhausted, but alive. I need to get out of here, he says to himself. He starts walking down the dark road, illuminated only by the moonlight and the distant glow of the flames, determined to find help before the night brings more horrors. There's no sign of life in any direction. His only companions are the full moon and the wind. His footsteps echo in the silence of the night. The sound of the distant fire begins to fade. He's hurt and exhausted, but adrenaline keeps him moving. Headlights pierce the darkness of the road. The car slows down and stops next to Harry. The driver's window rolls down, revealing a middle-aged man with a concerned expression. Are you okay, son? What happened? At the gas station, fire. I need help, Harry says, panting and avoiding mentioning the zombie, fearing the driver might think he's a lunatic and leave him there alone. Get in, buddy, let's get out of this cursed place. He gets in the car, and the driver speeds off, leaving the burning station behind. Inside the car, Harry finally relaxes a bit, but his eyes remain vigilant, still haunted by what happened. You're lucky, my friend. This area is full of strange stories. Where do you want to go? The driver asks, glancing at Harry. I just need to get to the city. Somewhere safe, Harry says, looking at the road. All right. I'll take you there, the driver agrees. The car speeds down the road, disappearing into the darkness.